What's up guys, I'm Nikolas Gibson and today I'm going to teach you how to do a frontside 50-50. When starting this trick, or when just like before you've even tried it, you might have the mental thought that, oh, it's a really hard trick and I probably won't be able to do it. But things with board sides and 50-50s is you think it's a really hard trick, you may try it a couple times, you may not be able to do it, but really once you commit 100% to it, you find out that it's an easy trick that anyone can do as long as you ollie. So definitely commit when you do it. I know you can do it. As long as you can ollie, you can do this trick. You definitely want to have your ollies down to a point where they're not sloppy, and it's okay if they're even just like a foot high. All you need to do is get the height of a curb to get onto the ledge. It is your choice if you want to do a high ledge or a low ledge. I personally like high ledges because it feels better and they look cooler, but low ledges can be easier for you, so you can try that. If you don't have a ledge or you don't have a local park, red curbs work as long as you wax them up. I know we have a lot here in California, so I hope you have some where you are.
The first step of the 50-50 is learning how to get onto the ledge itself.
You want to be comfortable ollieing onto the ledge and also ollieing off the ledge. This just is to make sure you can actually get onto the side of the ledge, and just make sure you're comfortable with it because it will affect how good your 50-50s will be. Step 2 is learning how to get into the position to actually grind the 50-50 and also how to get out of it. So this is my foot position, how I actually am going to be in the 50-50. It's just very comfortable with my foot on the tail slightly. So as you see right here, I ollie onto the box and ollie off when I'm not moving. And this is just to practice getting your trucks onto the ledge with the wheels up against it. I just ollie forward, just put your weight forward and ollie forward, and put a little weight on your tail to go back. This is the position you want to land in, and that's just what you're shooting for. It's fine if you're a little bit out. So just pop in a couple times, just practice going out. Going out is just a little bit pressure and pulling out. You could also roll off the ledge, which is like rolling off a curb. You can see that. It just takes a little more speed and a little more commitment to roll off the ledge like that. But if it's easier for you, go ahead and do it. The third step you need to practice is learning how to grind the ledge. So the next step you want to practice is just jumping on your board right like this. It's just to get you comfortable with actually grinding. So most of your weight is going to be just even on both feet, maybe even just a little bit more weight on your back foot, but just pretty even. Don't be worried about grinding out your trucks, because here are my new trucks and my old trucks. My old trucks have this deep groove in it, and that will actually help me lock in and help me just stay in 50-50s for longer. And it's also, their trucks are very tough, so you're not going to go through. However, don't think that the groove is going to make you do your 50-50s, because I still 50-50 with these newer trucks.
With these practice steps, eventually they'll just get the 50-50s to be more natural and more easy. So if you're having trouble ollieing on to the 50-50, just practice ollieing on them with small practice steps, and also for riding off and things like that. And eventually 50-50s will just get easier and easier until you don't even need to think about it, and you can just go grind longer and faster. And that's definitely a key concept.
It's time for the fourth step of putting it all together.
You want to go very fast when you do these. Of course, when you're practicing, you want to go slow, but trust me, when you're at a park and you're going fast, you usually think if you fall, it hurts, but trust me, when you fall, you're not going to actually fall. You're just going to be able to run it out, and speed definitely makes this trick easier because you can definitely get into the grind.
So this is just for practice steps. I'm not actually trying a 50-50, but I'm just slowly popping on and popping off, so I just know everything I'm doing. So I recommend you just try this just a couple times just to get it down, to get a little comfortable until you go into the full 50-50 like this. You can see I'm going fairly fast, but I'm not, booking it. And it really helps me get into the grind. You can see how my trucks are just completely on it right there. See, I ollie on, and the truck's just sliding into place. And right now I have my weight probably in the middle of the board, and it makes it so my trucks keep grinding, and also so my trucks stay on the ledge so they don't roll off with the wheels. And that's definitely, you want to remember that when you're on it so you don't slip out. Otherwise your front truck can go off like this, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. And you just don't want that to happen, because otherwise you won't do it. So the main thing is just getting that middle trucks on there, just grinding it far and long. And also you want to feel comfortable when you're up there. Problems and what can go wrong. So like I said earlier, it's when you accidentally go into feeble. This could probably be just because your front truck is not getting on there at all. And don't think it's going at an angle that's doing this, because you can go at more of an angle and lock in better. You could also just ollie over it, or just not locked in better, or not locked in very well, like right here. And that all is just you're not getting into the grind well. So you just have to go back to putting your trucks onto the coping, just making sure your weight's on there, getting comfortable in that exact position and knowing how to ollie into that same position. And the reason you don't want it to be slipping out is because if you're going fast and you're on a bigger obstacle, it won't be good.
So I hope you're gonna learn this trick. It's a very fun one. It pretty much opens up the world to grinding. And the good thing about the 50-50 is even though it's the simplest grind, it still feels as good as almost every other grind. So get it down, you know, just grind different harder curbs, such as like concrete curbs that are waxed instead of metal ledges to get that groove that I showed you earlier. And eventually 50-50s will be secondhand nature to you. Thank you for watching. Definitely subscribe to Sean. You know, there'll be the little subscribe box if you haven't. Like this video if you think this trick tip will help you, and also just go out there and skate, because remember, the most important thing is just to skate. Thanks. Like this video.